Hello, everyone. Hello,
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 everyone.
hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are watching from. This is Sledge, and there's my little brother, So Willet, the sweetest lips in the West.
Did you miss me? Hello, everyone.
Guys, where's your little brother? Huh? Where's your little brother? Where is it?
Blessings to all of y'all. Glad you can join us. Today's topic is whatever you want it to be. No, no.
We are continuing on God's promises
Yes.
for these marriages. That's what we're going to talk about. The promise he made. Oh, hold
We,
on.
we're going to talk about these marriages until we get like 10,000 people get married. Because you know
No, yeah,
the
and we
sister
want them
trying
to
to
last.
marry everybody. The sister want everybody to get
Yeah,
married. She's trying to get as many marriages as she possibly can.
yeah, because guess what? In this new life, we will all be married anyway. So, what better way to start than now?
Yeah. Yeah.
I truly believe this.
We all be married, all but one.
He gonna be married too. Little do he know.
Me.
He gonna be married. I'm telling you. You enter God's kingdom. You are not entering solo. He gonna pair him up as he going through the book of life.
Yeah, I'm gonna get married.
He gonna call him in by twos, like you go with him.
I'm gonna marry myself.
All right.
Melvin like to marry Melvin.
We'll listen to his afterthoughts. And let me tell you something. I wonder if we come back with the ones that we with.
Huh?
Like, is he gonna make us come back? Like, if I'm married to Jerry, will he make me married to Jerry again when in the afterlife?
Why not? Why not? Who want to actually change partners in the afterlife? I mean, why not? I mean,
I don't see no. Let me shut up.
yeah, uh-huh. Yeah, why not?
I'm just saying.
I mean, here's the thing: if you got one of those good marriages, why not? Now, if you have one of those bad marriages,
No,
I mean, who the heck want to partner up with them again?
there's no such thing as a perfect marriage. So
No, but you know what I mean. If
you
it's
you you would have to. He's going to. I think he's going to shake things up because either you're going to miss what you have or beg him to bring that back, but be like, oh no, he wasn't bad after all.
oh well, I'll never say that.
Never say never. We do
Oh,
not
trust
know.
me.
We do not know how this is going to go.
Yeah, I think I know.
No.
Yeah, okay.
And as a matter of fact, I don't even think we will be having the same conversations. I don't think that,
Oh
you know
man.
what? I just think we're going to have a whole different makeup. We're not going to know anything of what we are speaking of right now. I don't believe so.
Well, I would know.
I don't believe so because everything that we're doing right now is of the flesh and it's the old you. And so there's no way the new you can be having the same conversation. And that's why I said, I wonder if when we come back, that will come back with different people.
I'm laughing because I'm sitting here and I'm listening to you, and I'm just saying in my mind, I'm too old for hiccups, and I'm just got the hiccups all of a sudden, and my neck keep popping up like I'm some, a duck. See, man, come on.
Ah, which tells you what? That you're not too old for hiccups.
Wow.
All of this, I'm too old for this and that is just methodical.
Man, how you get rid of hiccup? I thought hiccup you just hold your breath and get rid of them. When you were young, they said hold your breath and you get rid of them.
No, Auntie used to say that if you wet a paper bag and put it on your forehead, that you get rid of it.
Okay, I ain't doing no paper bag on my forehead.
Or they used to say if somebody scares you I know they used to say if you scare a baby, that it get rid of the hiccups
Well,
of their hiccups.
I ain't no baby, so ain't
You're
no.
not somebody's baby. Oh.
You know what? Oh man. Hold on. I'm trying to hold my breath and do this old fashioned way. Hold on.
And let me tell you something. And if you pass out, we're gonna have to keep going. You're gonna be like, oh no, don't mind him. Someone's there with him. Anyway, as I was saying, what the good Lord said. Wouldn't that be funny though?
No, my fans are coming running. They'll be here. They'll come save me. Oh man. Wow.
Try to drink some water.
I think water makes it worse.
Why?
Because I heard drinking water don't get rid of no hiccups. This is embarrassing. I'm too old for this.
You said embarrassing. I am so done. Guys, are you guys ready to get into what the promises, God's promises for marriages?
Yeah, Sweet Lips trying to get rid of hiccups, guys. So somebody, scare me with the words of they want to marry me. I'll get rid of these.
Blessings, Cassandra. Sweet Lips have the hiccups, and he wants someone to scare him to believe that he's going to get married, and he think that will get rid of his hiccups.
You think?
Cassandra said, "Just hold your breath; you'll be all right." But I told him that if he passes out, we must continue on. Be like, and as I was saying,
I'm gonna try to hold my breath. Let me see.
How are you this evening, Cassandra? I have had an eventful day. Let me tell you guys, I put a post up and I was promoting that post. And let me tell you something. The hatred that came across that post just had me thinking, girl, you are so dumb and naive to believe that
hatred like that
racism does no longer exist. Or maybe I'm thinking because I have been blocking it out because I have been on this
okay, what post what did you say that
people it was a post that says I'd rather be judged by God in this world than be in the world and be judged by God. Honey, that had brought about some ugliness. It's like, whoa, I'll tell you, these people. And it was some, oh my God, this one woman, she was right on point. She was right on point with everything that she was saying. But I don't like when people start trying to get judgmental and almost try to say like you're stupid or the devil coming to get you, and it's like,
don't be getting judgmental with the sister, because I'm telling you, old Sweet Lips will come out of his skin. Boy, I come into your house, boy, and boy, I let you have it. I'm just saying,
Okay, so there's the WhatsApp number for the ones who want to call in. And then Marie, I noticed that he came up under your post too and said something like, but we're not going to be living on the same land. And then Marie goes, God loves you. And it's like, yes, because that person have all kinds of issues that don't belong to nobody but him. It's like, oh my goodness. And then on one comment he has said to another person, he says, something like Black people didn't inherit the land and that our DNA are the people that's trying to cross the border. I was like, ooh,
okay.
Well, look at him.
That sounds like a real racist person.
God save his soul.
Wow.
I just stopped replying. I just said, look, we're all going to be judged. So it's like, I don't know what you're looking for. I don't understand why, if you're speaking on the Lord, why racism would come into play. And clearly you're being a racist.
Mm.
But, that's just that's the way of the world. And um, it just reminds us of the world that we live. Marisa, I pay no attention to people like that because they're right, exactly. It's like, oh, this poor thing here. Been like, oh, child. Like, sir, if you don't move on and still wanting someone to know that they will be on a different land. But I mean, when it's just all really said and done, the bottom line to it all is that we are all mixed with something. And if you truly believe in your heart to heart that you do not have black in you, you're
Well,
crazy.
I think personally, with this beautiful skin, I am strictly, and I mean strictly, I'm nothing but all Jewish. I'm a black Jew.
Okay.
For real. There's Jewish in our blood.
There's some of everything in everyone.
Yeah. As much as we
But
hold on to
some
money,
people,
yes, we are.
but let's just get on to our topic because at the end of the day,
Mm.
we will not be sidetracked. We will not be
Nope.
deterred. It is what it is.
It is
And
what it
God
is.
said, love your enemies. Forgive these people, for they know not what they are doing. And I tend to believe him because all of what was being said, um, it wasn't comical. It was like um, it
Ah,
threw, I'm not going to say it didn't throw me. It threw me because it's like some people. All I can say is noted. That's all I was saying. Like
okay.
noted. Like sir, I'm not going to argue with you and your point of views, but anything above the tone that you are using, I would definitely delete your comment because the only reason why I did not delete it is because sometimes we need a reminder, just the way I got one, that people are different, people are stuck in their ways, and that um, racism and hatred is a disease. And
Oh,
it's a sin while you're busy quoting me Bible scriptures. It is still a sin. It's a sin.
yep.
So it's like, okay, sir, I see that you have a lot of sick thoughts, but the more we go on, you will find that people will just not entertain your BS. And if you sit there and give them the stage, because earlier today during one of my readings I was going to read the comment, and then I decided, when people start acting like that, I'm not going to give the floor to you. You know what I mean? I'm not going to acknowledge what it is that you're trying to convey to someone else, to allow someone else to know that you have issues with people of fair skin, dark skin, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anything but Caucasian. So I'm not going to entertain you.
Good thing I'm not African American.
Racism is from the devil. Because yeah, it is. It is. And some people, they just don't believe in it, and they don't believe that it is. And to continue to try to remind someone of where they are from, it's like, do you know that the first Bible was really an Ethiopian Bible? And when we speak of Ethiopia and Africa, you just tell me who's over there, and then I'll leave you alone. Um, but on to bigger and better things. Let's get these marriages going again. Let's save them. We are speaking on unity, and as always, we are giving you our opinion. If you need some professional advice, you know what I mean, you can go and pay all that money, or you can sit here and get it from us.
We
There
give it
are
to
your
you.
options.
We'll charge
There
you
are
nothing.
your options. And here's a little prayer for gratitude, okay? Thank you, Lord, for the gift of marriage and for the blessings of our union. May we never take each other for granted, but always cherish and appreciate the gift of love we share. I am confused, Maria. I see fried chicken. Like, what do we? It almost sounded like the people that I was just describing. What does fried chicken have to do? Is that what you're saying? You cooking? And stop throwing these subliminals over my head, knowing it's going to take a minute for me to catch on.
Mm-hmm.
Because she said fried chicken. I don't understand what that meant.
That meant she gonna send us some fried chicken. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You know what? Yeah, send some fried. Yeah, no fried chicken. No. Send us some of uh, those good New York cheese doodles. I wonder do they make wise cheese doodles? Does anybody know out there in New York? Do they make wise cheese doodles anymore?
You said who's over there?
I don't know.
You will not add more confusion.
Yeah.
Sandra
See,
said that they was trying to say all black people eat fried.
oh, I don't eat chicken. I don't
Maria
like
and
chicken.
Cassandra.
I never even seen a chicken.
Y'all not gonna confuse me tonight.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
you
be
know,
on it.
they talking about chicken. They ain't nobody answer my question. I'll say it again. Do anyone know? Do they still have wise cheese doodles in New York? I ain't talking about no chicken. I don't hear about no chicken. Answer the question. I gotta know. I just, I've been having a taste for wise
I love
cheese
fried
doodles.
chicken. You
Oh man,
love
if somebody
fried
say one
chicken.
more thing about a chicken, I'm
You
talking
love.
about cheese doodles. I ain't talking about no chicken.
Sweet Lips is talking about cheese doodles.
Wise cheese doodles.
Yeah, you commander. I think they're trying
What?
to get snickety with us.
Oh, what? What they talk?
I don't know. I don't know.
Remember those? Remember the wise cheese doodle and the
You know, I don't know. I'm going to look for
garlic
it tomorrow, Sweet Lips. Cassandra
onion.
says she don't know. She's going to look for it tomorrow.
Wow.
Gail, ignore them. They are trying to get you stirred up, girl. They ain't nothing but the and oh, they were. You know what? No, some made a lot of sense. Some made a lot of sense. Some of the comments was on point. What this one guy said that Lucifer and God was the same people. And I'm sorry, why would you think that? I just had to type like, why would you think that? Like, you think that the God and the devil is? It's like, do you know that? I think Lucifer was called the morning star. He was an angel at one time until he thought he was better and bigger than um, the Most High and got booted out. But I mean, they're not one. And then one person said that it was the devil, Jesus, and the Holy Spirit was the Trinity. I was like, oh, sorry to hear that.
Oh, wow. You're over my head.
Well, she'll get to Marie said she'll get some. No, I'm just saying. Cassandra was saying about the people from the in the comment from the post. Um, one said that if there was a God, something, oh, don't, that God is responsible for all the crap going on in the world. And I said, when I said no, he said, yes, he is. And you can take your comment and stick it up your butt. It's like,
Oh, okay. People ain't got nothing else to do, huh?
no, but you know what?
Wow.
When you promote things like that, you get comments from people all over the world. And their comments, if you read it and really just see through what they're saying, reflects their views. And when it's just said and done, um, people are going through so much pain and people are lost and they try to blame everything on God. He did this, he did that, he's the cause of this, he's the cause of that. And it's like, if you people only took the time to read, I think I have posted in there. This is the post. This is what I said to them. I said, thank you, everyone, for your opinion is valued and respected. According to 1 John 2:15 through 17, um, or not living or not loving the world, do not love the world or anything in the world. If anyone loves the world, love for anyone in the world, if anyone loves the world, love for the Father is not in them. For everything in the world, the lust of the flesh, the lust of the eyes, and the pride of life comes not from the Father, but from the world. And then it says in 17, the world and its desire passes away, but whoever does the will of God lives forever. It's like, stop blaming God, saying, "Oh, God caused this." I know people caused this. The devil have you confused and trapped. The same devil that we trying to say that be in your marriage, in your relationships, tearing it apart, because that's who the devil is an unhappy soul. He's happy when he is destroying things. So to say that this world, one person said that God gave everybody free reign of the world, and then he turned around and drowned them for by flooding the world
Wow.
because
Okay.
he gave them free reign. And I said, no, there were rules. He said, be fruitful and multiply. He didn't say go and kill this person and kill that person. As a matter of fact, the first killing, I believe, was did Cain kill Abel? I think like that was the first killing. Could be have not been, could have been some before that. But it's like, people wisen up, wisen up, wisen up, wisen up. If you think that all that's going on in this world today, all the hate, all the crime, all the killing, all the lying, all the stealing, people being deceitful, um, if you think that that is a reflection of Jesus Christ and the Father, then something is definitely wrong here. But let's move on. So Ephesians 4, verse 2 and 3 provides specific instructions on how we should interact with one another within the body of Christ. All right. Now, with all humility is a foundational virtue in the Christian life. It involves recognizing our own limitation, acknowledging our need for God's grace, and considering others as more important than ourselves. By approaching others with humility, we just demonstrate a willingness to learn, grow, and serve in a spirit of meekness. Cassandra said the enemy is loving her own people because They're ignoring the enemy and blaming God for everything. Don't realize that the enemy is controlling everything. Oh, of course, of course. And the devil is the enemy. And if you say that you are of this world and everything that you do is for this world, then you are an enemy. And really, Satan is your father. Just came to my mind on was it is it Star Wars when they said Satan is, or was that just a meme that says Satan was? Let me get away from all that because I don't even know where I'm going. But anyways, gentleness. Gentleness is another important trait that should be characterized in our relationships. It involves being kind, compassionate, and considerate towards others. A gentle spirit seeks to build others up, show understanding, and extend grace in times of conflict or challenge. And so I just believe that. I just truly believe that in a relationship, that if you build up one another, that you're also building strength in that relationship. You're
I agree.
building strength
I
in
think
that.
I agree. I agree.
If I'm not just sitting there saying, it's all about me and I did this and I did that. But if I'm looking at you and I'm saying, you're great at this and you're great at that, or if I know that you're lacking something, instead of insulting you or looking at you less than, then, the tools that I have, I'm going to give them to you. You know what I mean? So that together we're coming up together as one in a unit. I just think that that's important. Now, patience. Patience is a key virtue in maintaining unity and peace within the body of Christ. It involves bearing with others in love, even when faced with differences of opinion, misunderstandings, or conflicts. Patience allow us to show grace and forgiveness, understanding that we all work in progress and in need of God's mercy. And that is so true. Like, doesn't matter how mad we get with one another, like, we need to just look towards your mate, look at your wife as someone that is perfect. You know what I mean? I don't need to just always focus on your downfalls, focus on your limitation. Like, we know that there's no perfect person, but when I look at someone that I'm truly in love with and I want to spend the rest of my life, you know what I mean? I'm going to look at you like, no, this person is perfect for me. May not be for somebody else, but for me. But at the same time, if I look at you and visualize you and see you as someone perfect, that's what I see in my eyes. That does not mean when you slip up, you go on an attack. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
some people do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? They look at you like, oh, you can do this and you can do that, and it's nice. But then suddenly, when that person fail at something, you're looking at them like a failure or less than, and that should not be.
Well, yeah. I've seen. That's why marriage for me. I'm saying.
Stop it. Stop
I'm just
it.
saying.
No, because this takes place in a regular relationship before you even get into the marriage.
Well, I
Put
mean,
your
let's.
lips to that.
I mean,
Put your lips forward. Pull them forward.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Oh no, because see, that's what I'm saying. Because that's why I'm not getting married. Like, no, no, no. This happens before you get into a marriage.
Oh,
It's
okay, but
already happening
right,
in the
but
relationship.
wouldn't it be easier, for a person, if you got like two wives?
Reach your lips again to the front. No, no. Now let me tell you something. Why? You know, in some tribes,
Yeah, they got multiple wives.
you have multiple wives. And when I say tribes, you know, I am not just speaking like Africans because I don't know for sure, but do look it up, okay? Um, Islamic people believe that also, that you can have more than one wife. I know that there are different
Yeah, their
religions that
tribes.
believe,
Yeah, there's
you know,
religions
I
that
would say
actually have.
tribes, culture, whatever,
Yeah, that actually
believe.
have two. You know. Yeah.
But here in the good US of A, you have two wives. One of them have better have gotten all she was gonna get out of you because they have you both will be looking for some new husbands because it is against the law here in the United States.
Well,
Don't try that mess.
here's you know, y- you know, it's just nervousing. I think marriage for certain people, it's a great thing. Honestly, even deep inside, now all joking aside, y'all know I just adore people that have been married for so long. I think I love marriage. It just works for certain people. I'm just saying, like, I don't know. I don't know. I
It
don't
will
know.
work for you if it came around again under a different circumstances and knowing the level of maturity that you are at today. Today, if you up and got married, you would be the perfect husband.
But hold up. See, if I got married, I want. See, I don't want the perfect wife, but I want someone that takes that position as a wife, that actually take it and respect it with honor. You know what I mean? Like they know what it takes and what a wife should be. Not someone that I don't know. I don't know. It's just hard for me. It's just hard because I know my place within it, but I just want. I don't know. I just like those that
But see, there is no
I don't
such
know.
thing as a perfect. We can look at
I just
our
said no perfect. I don't
significant
want perfect because
other.
there ain't no perfect. But I don't know marriage. I don't know. It's just I don't know.
No, a marriage is a beautiful thing.
I did,
When
yeah,
I
and I
just
just
think
said I
that
love couples that's been married for. I think it is a beautiful thing for certain people. I love it. I love seeing it. I love the people that get married and they just you don't even know that they're married. They seem more like they just great friends, but yet they married. I love that. It's just I don't know. I don't know.
but if you look at it because you have had one failed marriage and you look at marriage as if it's something that's going to doom you, that means no matter how much you say that you have gotten over, you have not gotten over because it should not hold you back.
Well, okay, here's the thing. Okay, here's the thing. Me being married, I'll say it again. That was in my younger days. You know what I mean? A lot of things hey, it is what it is. Hey, ho, hey, I ain't want to go there. Like they say, hey, that was. But I just know, like, I don't know. I just didn't. I didn't feel that. I had the title, but I didn't feel that. I think that's the problem. I didn't, being young when you do, you just don't feel it. You just got a title, but you just don't feel that. You know?
Because you had no real understanding what a marriage was all about the way you have it now. You didn't have it, you didn't have that understanding then. Then you was on a me. But now that you're more mature,
Yeah,
you know what it is to be married. You
yeah,
know what your position as a husband is. You know now how to treat your wife. It's different. It's
yeah.
totally different.
She got to be at least about 70.
70. You threw me for a loop. Whatever age she may be, okay? Whatever age she may be, if she is going to make you happy, then
Hey,
happiness,
see, the older she is, the more I just look like the sparkle to her eyes. I just want to be the sparkle. I want to be the shining star. Like, everything's all good. Everything is nice on the even scale.
And so you think that you're not going to get that with somebody in their 40s, 50s, or 30s or something?
They talk too much. They just got.
Wait, let me just tell you guys, I am cracking up laughing. God forgive me. But this is a sad thing because this is what be going through my head every time my husband asks me a question or he sit down and want to talk. I be like, damn, do you ever shut up? But then I got to play it off like, oh, and then almost like when he asked me to repeat something back, and you know what I'm saying to myself, damn, I've been shutting my mouth over 20 minutes. Yeah. Hey, look, there are just some perks, some ups and downs. And I am sorry. Really, at this here stage of my life, I am not, let me just go ahead and honestly put it out there. I am not one who likes to sit there and go. It's like, are you tired? Because I am.
I'm just saying, I want even kill.
Don't forgive me.
I want to just take it easy. You know what I mean? I don't want long speeches and I don't want all that.
Yeah, sometimes
we know how each other feel, and we know where we at. That's why I want. We know where we at, and everything is all good. It's just all good.
I cannot even go there with you because all I can do is laugh because what's going through my head is like, damn, let's just hug each other. I understand.
You got some comments out there?
Cassandra said, sweet lips, you got a big fat ego. Cut it out. She said you got an ego.
Huh? Oh my goodness. What?
Wait, let me just go. Let me just read some of the comments. Cassandra said it takes two to work at a marriage. If you love that person enough, you will work at it and go for a woman. That goes for a woman or man. She said, I have two cousins that's been married over 40 years. They worked it out. Then she said, but you're older now and much more experienced. Every woman is not bad, sweet lips. Then she said, sweet lips, you got an ego, cut it out. Marie said, don't ask me to be cooking all the time. Yeah, oh yeah.
I ain't worried about the cooking because I can cook myself. You family know that. I can cook myself. I mean, I can do cooking. I can do lunch. I'm good. But hold up. We got to get back to the ego. Sweet lips got an ego? Oh, man. I'm hurt. Hold up. Stop the presses. Hold up. Let me tell you what Sweet Lips got. See, Sweet Lips got the experience and learned a lesson. And what I am saying is, I just would love something simple and easy. That's all I'm saying. Simple and easy. Work at stuff. Hey, I'll work together at anything. That's sweet. Oh, ego? No, not me. I don't have an ego. I just know what'll work for me. Like we all want. We know what we want. I don't want to sit out there and pretend. We don't want to do that. I want what works for me. I don't have it. No. Oh man. Oh, not me.
We're kind of late over here, but we're on the subject of
I'll forgive you for feeling that way about
because someone said he had an ego.
Yeah, I'll forgive you for feeling that way about Sweet. Sweet Lips got no egos. Sweet Lips is sweet. Very sweet. I'm loving.
Auntie how?
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Anita Bacon,
No,
you don't. The cake was rising. You don't make the cake go
don't.
down. I feel bad.
if you're if you're too needy, stay away from me. Yeah, I don't.
See,
Yeah,
I said the same thing, and y'all say I got an ego. That's all I'm saying. You know,
no, 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 no.
I don't need jack. Don't get me started. You women ain't gonna jump on me. I can cook. I can sew. I can do laundry. I know how to clean a house. Man, I can build a house. I can build some beds. I can
Oh,
build
he can build
furniture.
some things.
Okay, hold up. Only thing I want from a woman is just good companion, a good loving and some squeezing, a nice conversation once a month. Because I don't want nobody to talk too much. I can't take the talking. Oh Lord, I can't take the talking. I can't. Because I'm gonna tell you the truth. If you talk too much, I'm cutting you off. I'm just basically looking at you. I ain't hearing nothing you're saying. Nothing, nothing, nothing. And at the end of everything, you be like, you understand what I'm saying? So, oh, now I'm gonna say, yeah. And I ain't understand nothing you said in the first place. You lost me 20 minutes ago. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. And if you're going to talk to me for a long time, talk about some good stuff. You know, man, let's talk about some good loving or something. I mean, I can talk about that all night.
And for those who missed Sexy Saturday, it was really trying to go on a long time. I had to cut that thing short. But okay, so in hindsight, let's just put it that way. When it's all said and done, patience. We all need patience. Now, bearing with one another in love. This phrase emphasizes the importance of unconditional love and our interaction with fellow believers. We are called to bear with one another's weaknesses, faults, and struggles, showing compassion and understanding rather than judgment or condemnation. Love should be the motivation behind all of our actions and attitudes towards others. And so we just spoke about the patience and yes, and bearing one another in love and
And the
looking at
weakness,
our weaknesses.
okay, yeah, I like that weakness part. Let's just tap on that.
Okay.
Sweet Lips has a weakness. Let me tell you what Sweet Lips' weakness is. See, I love an intelligent woman. See, Sweetness is intelligent. Sweetness is kind of good with the math. But see, I like a smart woman. My little weakness is I have a tendency sometimes that I just don't, well, you know, no mind, no mind, no mind, no mind. I
Oh
want to
no,
be,
no, no, no. By all means, don't back out
I
now.
want
Just
y'all to be jumping
continue.
on Sweetness' little weakness. No, 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 no.
No, no. Everyone has a weakness, and that's what we're talking. We are to bear with each other's weaknesses. And I think that is very important because, like I said, when you look at your significant other, you want to look at that person like, I love that person. And to me, never mind what the world think, to me, that person is perfect for me.
Oh,
But
no doubt.
in that perfect
Oh yeah.
person,
Oh
there's
yeah. Oh
bound
yeah.
to be weaknesses,
Oh yeah. I
and
agree
we
with that.
cannot harp on their weaknesses because we all have weaknesses.
Oh,
So when you just ready to pounce on somebody for their weaknesses, when they return that favor back and start showing and bringing out
yes,
your weaknesses, don't you start crying.
I'm like this. Weaknesses. See, I'm like this when it comes to a woman. I don't care how long we've been together. You could have gained weight. You could all that don't mean nothing to me. You still will look fine to me. I don't care what no one else thinks, say. I that to me is like the thing about me. Because some people do, they worry about their spouse, like, oh, they don't put on weight. Oh, they don't did it. Oh, you don't look the same. Don't nobody look the same as we get older. But you still look good to me. I don't care what they say outside. You still look good to me. If you got junk in the trunk that don't turn into grits, it still look good to me. You know what I mean? I don't mind. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Well, I agree with that. And even if the thought came across your head like, damn, he big. You know what I mean? It should just be in your head. You should never hurt someone's feelings and say it out loud.
Let's talk truth here. Let's talk truth here. Have you ever been with someone so long that you just stare at them from every angle, and no matter what they do, you just be like, okay, yeah, that looks fine. Yeah, they still look good. Yeah, that still look. And you know, it happens. You just every like.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It should not enter out your mouth. But if you think it, according to scripture, like if you think ill of someone, it's still a sin. But that's why I said, like, you know, if the thoughts in your head, and you know, you just be like, Lord, you know, forgive me for just looking and saying, damn, you know, his ass sure started spreading. But you know that you're not going to say it out of your mouth, because then the next thing you know, looking at you like, now let me see what done happened to you. That's why you have to be mindful of what you say.
Yeah. My only problem is, see, I know people have views about a Gemini, but my only problem is with me, and I see as a problem. I love hard. I'm telling you something, man. When I love someone, I love all the way. I love hard. And what I don't like is when you get to feeling like you love someone more than they love you. It's like, you know, cause you can love hard, man. You can really.
Yeah. I don't like that type of one-way love. You know? Like you're right there.
You know, and if I love you, I'm going straight up. I'm going all out. That's just me.
Cassandra said, I met a lot of Gemini men. They are good men, but Gemini can be two-faced. That goes for a man or a woman.
Agree, but see, this Gemini man here, you know what I mean? That's why I got the nickname Sweet. I'm all honey. I ain't got no, my bad side. See, they always say twins. My bad side is still a good side. You know what I mean? I'm like everybody else. Like I said, I love hard. I just don't like, you know, when I just feel like, you make me feel like I'm annoying you, or if I'm telling you how much I love you, show you how much I love you, because some people be like, oh, that's a little bit too much for me. Nah, it's never enough for me. I just feel, give me all the love. It's never enough. Some people it's too much for.
You know what? Some instances that's true, because I know that I can be moody. My moodiness. No, you know what I mean? Because I think my weakness is that first of all, I'm a go-getter, and I'm going to get it with you or without you.
There you go.
And second of all, like, some people need to hear, like, if you're not sitting there, oh, you did a good job. Oh, you look good in that. Oh, do you need some help? That's not me.
Yeah, well.
If truly, if I'm not coming to ask you for help, and then you're constantly, do you need help with that? Do you need help? Like, if I keep saying no and you keep asking, you're going to get that look like.
You see how you just said that? But see, and that's what the problem comes with me. See, I'm one of those that if I ask you, do you need help? I give you two acts. After that, I don't ask no more. I don't want to keep help. But see, I'm one of those that I like to, see what can I do to help. I'm just always like, hey, you okay, sweetie? Oh, you this is that. That's just me, because that's just the heart that I have. Because here's the problem I learned: when you don't do that, then a woman is all like, oh, I mean, you act like you don't even care about it.
It depends on your mate. You should know the person that you're with. Like me, if I don't have my individual time, if I'm not giving my time, and I'm fighting for that time, and I'm fighting for that space, and you don't give it to me, that's when my mouth just becomes reckless. And the next thing I know, I done said something that I didn't really mean to say. You know what I mean? Like I really didn't mean to say, go sit your ass down somewhere. What I meant to say was no. But I said no so many times. Now I'm mad because like you're taking away my space. And this is why I said when you get married and when you are in a relationship leading to a marriage, like don't lose your identity
Yeah,
because
you're right.
you have to give that person space
Yeah,
and
you
you have to have your space. It's going to come a time when you guys are together and you do things together, and then there's going to come a time when you just want your individual time, whether it's going out the door to hang out with your homegirl, whether it's just to watch your favorite movie, or do some type of activity on your own.
golden word there. You right there, sis. The golden word. I was told that by a friend of mine a long time ago. Don't let no one change who you are.
Yeah,
If you're a loving person, keep being that. Don't let no one change
yeah.
who you are, because no matter what, that's what you feel and how you feel and how you are. Don't let no one change that. And I agree with that there, sis. I
Yeah,
agree
let
with
me
that.
read this comment. Cassandra said, well, I like a man like what you're saying because it's never too much love for me either. Marie said, hands on. Cassandra said, sweet lips. That's the kind of man I want, where love has been. I want where love has been all my life. Where have you been all my life? Excuse me. I just read it. Marie said, breathing down. Yeah, I don't like that. Let me tell you something. I just don't like that feeling of um, being smothered. Like there's a time that I love hugging up, a good conversation. And
Right,
then
right.
there are the times that I just want to be by myself, even though in the marriage you're sharing things, but then there are some things that you just have to figure out on your own because the moment you're bringing too many people in, you become confused, and then it's just too many damn fires going at one time. It's
But that
like,
can also
hey,
be the
let me
problem
figure it
too.
out.
That's also the problem too. There's not enough hugging and bonding in some marriages. See, a lot of people, they don't don't know about hug enough and all that. Sometimes that's a good thing. That's express your
Right.
love to someone. You know what I
But
mean?
then
It ain't
it
like
can
every
be,
time I
it
come
can be
around.
sometimes it's just too much.
Yeah, yeah, but see,
It can become too much. It
yeah,
can
yeah,
become
I agree.
a thing of um you know, one person's going to need a lot more attention than the other. Like some men, some women also, they need that constant reminder, oh, I love you, oh, you did a good job, or you just find somebody just like, well, how did it go? How do you think let me just give you a prime example. Now, my husband will sing, and I can hear it, and I'm telling you, he can sing, he has a good voice. And he sounds good.
That's
And
true. That's
and
true.
let me tell you something. He'd be singing, and I can be sitting at this desk, and I'll hear the room door open, and the first thing that comes to my mind is, watch this motherfucker come and ask me how did I sound. Oh, here he come. How did it sound? Oh, like like you just know that person's coming, and then you just be like, it sounds good, it sounds good. And it's like sometimes people just need their ego stroke. Like, you sound good. I can tell by the way you opened the door, you knew you sound good. But you just want that reassurance.
Ain't
Let me
nothing wrong with that.
give you
Ain't
reassurance.
nothing wrong with
No,
that.
sometimes, to me, and this is just me, and this is probably one of my weaknesses because it is my strength. Um, if I'm doing something and I know that I did it well, I'm not coming to you to ask you how did I do, because I already know it's done right. I don't need you to stroke my ego because I didn't stroke my own. And
Yeah,
so
but see, that's you.
I
But
don't, but
when it
that's
comes
what
to
I'm saying.
yeah, but when it comes to your spouse, You got to stroke that ego sometimes.
No,
That's
no, no,
that's
no,
the
no.
whole idea of being
Sometimes,
together. Sometimes you
sometimes,
got to stroke that. You have
sometimes,
to.
but don't always come asking because, first of all, you just sound needy, and then second of all, it's like you become a nuisance. Like, oh my God, here he comes, and he's going to say 5, 4, 3, 2, and I just know what is coming out.
But
And
yeah, but see,
sometimes I even try to go in the room before he even come out and be like, "Oh man, you sound great." And when I'm saying it, I'm not saying it because it's a lot. I'm saying, because let me just go ahead and tell you, you sound good before you just come out and ask me you sound good.
but you
And
know
let me
what?
just get
Here's
this
the
over
thing
with.
though. Here's the thing though. Isn't that the same as say like give you example, your woman coming to you, talking to you about say things that's going on at work. You listen. You're not gonna say all the time like, I don't but that ain't got nothing to do with me. I don't want to keep hearing that. Your job is to sit down and tell me what's going on. You know what I mean? How does because if
Yeah,
you
but
do
I don't
say
want to hear every day what's
that,
going on at work. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Like if
that
Benjamin goes out to the karaoke and he sings, I don't want to hear what goes on over there. Like, damn, it's like I can just put it together before you even open up your mouth. Like there are just some things, and that's why I said people are different, and the
yeah,
opposites is what attracts.
yeah,
And
exactly.
some
Yeah,
people
yeah.
need that verbal what word am I looking for? They're always looking for acceptance. And to me, know who you are, trust
But
and
that's
believe in
but ain't that
yourself.
part? But ain't that a part? See, that ain't that the whole part of a marriage and a relationship? It's like you gotta, it's a give and take. You got, here's the thing. The whole idea is like confidence. If someone has
That you have
no
self-confidence.
confidence, you have to build their confidence up. Same thing with a child. You have to build that child's confidence up.
Right, but
So
but
it's the same thing as an adult. You need a little
right.
confidence. You want to hear your husband say a little something sweet. You want to hear your wife. I mean, ain't nothing wrong
But
with that.
it's not the fact of hearing something sweet. It's just the fact of, let me just put it this way, raising my kids, I put so much self confidence in them that they have a lot of confidence in themselves. So when they enter into these relationships, they don't need that man or woman to build up their confidence because they're coming in with the confidence. You have to already believe in yourself because sometime in a relationship, you are looking for a partner and not a child. I don't want to feel like I am raising you. That was your
So,
mother's job.
okay, so is that like me? Okay, let's say something. Let's say that's like me building something, and say your girl come along and be like, "Oh, that look nice. I like the way you built that. You know what I mean? You did a good job." What I'm supposed to say? I know I did. I need you to tell me
Yeah,
that.
you just say no, but see,
I mean,
no,
it's
that's
like
always
sure,
noise.
I know I did. And
No,
then the
you
first thing
just
you
say
say you get is
thank
like,
you.
"Oh, what a ego you got." It's like, "Oh, you just like, nah,
No, you
sure,
just
I'm
say
good at what
thank
I
you.
do."
No, you just say thank you. But see, I'm not saying if someone comes along and say, what I'm saying is when you are living with that person and or now you done came from this relationship and now you guys are in the marriage and here you are in the marriage still with all these doubts and insecurities, even though we are supposed to love that person for who they are, and as we're saying, love them for their weaknesses, don't be judgmental, don't condemn them, you know what I mean? Even though that all comes into play, but at the same time, you know, don't be a turnoff. Love, forgive me. I'm just saying, don't, because sometimes excess of, oh, well, how did I love you? Does the shirt look good on me? Like you already know that. Oh, did I do this right? Do you do this right? It's like, show me that you have confidence. You know what I mean? Don't always come to me looking for I want to ask you for your approval. I want you to ask for my approval, but I don't want it to be to the point that it just becomes annoying.
Right, right.
I don't
I
want
agree.
it to be to the point that now, I'm looking at my husband, but you're acting like my child. That can cause a person to close up their legs, just close shop, like, hell no.
Every now and then,
This
ain't no
is
wrong
not
with acting like a
happening.
little child. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with it?
No,
What's
but
wrong with it?
time. Because let
What's
me tell
wrong?
you, let me tell you what I have found and what I've come to know in 35 years. When you feed into the madness with them, you can't get mad at them when you done fed this bullshit the whole time.
That's true.
And so now they're so used to you coming like, oh, you did a good job, oh this and then oh that, that when you don't do it, they become upset because you have played into this shit.
Right.
And so that's why I said you have to learn. And that's what you're doing. You're learning one
But
another.
let's put that on, two, because that's men and women. We can't act
No,
like
no,
all
no. I
men.
didn't put no
That's
sex on it. I
yeah.
said
But
no,
to
that's
me, I
that's
think
anybody.
I think that goes
Yeah.
like both ways, because some women are just as bad as men. Some
No,
women
no,
are just as
no.
bad as
I
men.
agree. I agree. But I'm just saying, at some point in time, if you don't come together and have these conversations, you would never know when you are doing a little too much. But when someone sits down and have this conversation with you, don't get all in your feelings. Oh, so now so now I
Yeah,
just can't
yeah,
hug. Like,
yeah,
what the
yeah.
hell?
That's true. That's
No,
true.
don't
Yeah,
get all
yeah.
into
And
your feelings.
we said that before back in the day. Back in our session a long time. I always said, man or woman, sometime when you sit down, don't ask someone to be upfront and truthful if you can't handle the truth and you're gonna take it personal and all this. Not other than that, then don't ask.
or
Don't ask.
suddenly, they try to turn it around. But what about that time you like, hey,
Yes,
this conversation's over?
exactly.
Because
It's like,
you're
come on.
taking it as an insult, and I'm not trying
Yeah.
to insult you. What I'm trying to say to you that in this area you're being a little bit much, and that's how it comes depending on who you are with.
Yeah,
There's
yeah,
some
that's true.
conversations that you can have and people will get it. And then there are other times that you're going to have this conversation and you got to put on some kid gloves
Yeah.
and go in with some
Who you tell?
KY, nice, easy, and
Yeah.
slow.
So who you tell? And here's another thing too that gets you. It's like when you do it, then the personality change when they be like, oh, okay, well, if you feel that way, I guess I won't be. Just like I ain't even say all that. Why you?
Right.
It's like what the heck? What? Come on, I
And
ain't even say
that's
all that.
the miscommunication.
I
And
guess
that's
I
the
guess I just
thing.
won't ask anymore. It's like,
Right,
oh,
right,
man, it's
right.
like,
That
come
like
on,
that right there
Yep.
is a turn off. Now we're having a conversation about our feelings or boundaries being crossed, and now you want to take this and turn this into an argument because your feelings are hurt.
Yeah. If I said you ain't cooked the rice right, and and I'm chewing this rice and it's like rocks, I'm just saying I want the rice a little soft. I ain't saying you do it all the time. It's just today I taste like rocks eating this rice. That's all I'm saying. The rice ain't cooked right.
But
Don't take it
see,
personal.
right, but see, in on that instances, like you can just really go and recook the rice, especially if it's not happening often. Like
Well,
just go do the rice.
yeah, hey, I don't play with the food. I don't play with the food. I don't play with the food. I mean, if you gonna mess up the food, we got a problem. I don't play with the food.
But you know what I'm laughing for, because sometimes when I'm baking something, um, like this is what Big Jerry would say, and Big Jerry is my husband, and he'll say, "Hey, the next time you cook the steak, I'm not complaining about anything." He'll say, "But the next time, could you just take it out a little sooner because I just like it a little moist, not like really dry. It's not dry, but it's a little dry. And I'll be like, oh, okay. Like, I'm just sitting there like, okay, well, and the next time, I know that I'm going to cut that steak in half because, I like mine well done and he
There you
likes
go.
his medium rare.
There
So,
you go. There you
I
go.
just know that next time. But the fact that I just be cracking up inside because he'd be like, I'm not complaining. I'm not saying that, you can't cook or anything, but I'm just saying, like, the next time, could you take the steak out a little sooner? Because, like, I like it when it's really soft. And it's like, oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, there you go. See, ain't nothing wrong with
So,
that.
right. But now, if I said that to him, then the whole conversation would be different. If I said that to him, and then he would be like, fine, cook it yourself. Like, what?
I got that sometimes. I got that sometimes.
But
Oh,
see,
I got that
that's what I'm
sometimes.
saying. Sometimes what we don't realize is that we bring our emotional damage packages into a relationship before we can fix ourselves. We're back into another relationship. And now this here person really don't know that we came in damaged and, we're sitting there shocked like, what the heck is wrong with him? Like, did he just say the next time cooking myself? He was really in his feelings about this.
Yeah. Hey.
But
Hey.
that is the difference, and that is we want to show compassion, and there's a big difference between showing someone compassion and always whining for attention. I don't like people that whine for attention.
Yeah.
I don't like it in a relationship. I don't like it in a friendship. I
Yeah.
don't like I will run in the opposite direction. Like if there's something about you and I pick it up, you know what I mean? And that's what people be saying, like, you know, oh, you bougie, you stand off. It's like I'm not standoffish at all. I know what I'm going to deal with and I know what I'm not going to deal with.
Exactly.
And if I accept you, I'm going to accept you for you. But at the same time, don't like when I used to have parties and I would go in my room and then the guests would be out there. And then the next thing I know, somebody come and look for me. What are you looking for me for? If I just walked away, that means I need a moment to myself. Go sit down. Go have a drink. You following me for what? Because some people need that space to themselves.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I'm just one that needs that space to myself. If I'm sitting by myself and I could be on the computer, I can be reading a book, I can just be sitting there in a silent moment staring. And then the next thing I know, I would just hear my name call. And let me tell you something, just from that name call, I'm on 5 already. Don't call my name again. Because you see, I'm not responding to you. Like, why do you keep calling my name? See that I turn my head and look, so you know I'm not sitting here dead.
That's
Stop
true.
calling me.
That's true. That's true.
Like some people just need their space, and that's the time from the beginning of a relationship that you are in, that you are taking that time to know that person. And it's not always about putting your legs up or getting down on your knees. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like sex plays a role, but you have to get to know that person, and you have to get to know that person when that person needs space. You have to get to know that person when you know the way that person walked in that door, that they had a hard time at work. So you're not going to bombard them with questions. As a matter of fact, you want to take over because I want you to go relax because it looked like you had a hard day. I don't want to come into the door and you see the exhaustion on my face and you asking me 50 million things, including can I take my clothes off? This is just not going to work out for me. It's just not going to work out. And it's part of learning. It's part of learning your mate, and this is how you guys come to be one. Really,
Yeah.
that's how you come to be one, by learning each other. And if I'm not on board with you, give me that space, because I know that if I want this relationship to work, I know that if I want this marriage to work, that it's a give and take. And I'm going to have to bend. Either I'm going to bend with you, or you're going to bend towards somebody else.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. I agree.
That's just the bottom line. That's just the
I agree.
bottom line. A relationship is a give and take.
Yep.
And you have to know who you with, what you can say, but you can't be so uptight that you expect someone to walk on eggshells and pins and needles around you the whole time. That's not going to work.
I agree with that, but I'm going to go back to the same thing I said again. It's all about, to me, when you know that you can open up, be honest without being criticized or someone taking it the wrong way. That's the main thing to me inside a relationship. Like, look, if we're going to be truthful, let's be truthful. And then let's not pretend. You know what I mean? If you got something to say to me. I'm not taking it personal, because here's the thing. I agree like this way. Whatever you say to me and I say to you, it's just going to make us better. That's how we learn. It's going to make us better, because there's things I need to improve, and maybe things that you need to improve. So only way to find out is to talk about it and be honest. That's the way I look at it.
And not only be honest, but then also, I said this before, a lot of times when that argument ensues, it's because our tone was so messed up.
Yeah.
Our tone. It's not what we say, it's how we say it. That tone. You came to me in an accusing way. That tone was accusing. That tone was demanding. That tone was condescending. It is not what you say, it is how you say it. Let me read a comment. Cassandra said, I'm like that too, girl. I agree with you, sweet lips. Communication is very important in a marriage. Communication is important in a relationship, period, because that relationship is going to lead to the marriage.
And sometimes when it is too, also in a marriage relationship, people don't talk. Everybody want to hold things back. They don't talk, and then they wait. And you're right. The tone comes up differently because it's been building up. Now, when you come in, you come in this way, they be like, "Oh, why are you talking?" Because it's been building
up. You're attacking that person.
Exactly. I've been holding back. You've been holding back. Now I say it in anger, and it's like, wow. People don't talk. It's like, come on.
It's that communication. You have to have that communication there. That communication is so important. So and knowing when you are wrong and apologizing. Now, this is another thing that can tee me off. Is when someone apologizes to you. Like if Jerry does something and he comes to me and he apologizes, and then he said, "Are you going to apologize to me for what? I didn't do anything. Why would I be apologizing to you?" Like, I know. No, I am not apologizing because I did nothing wrong. Like what would I say? Like, I'm sorry for telling you the truth, or I'm sorry for being right about whatever. It's like, I didn't get mad about the situation. You got mad about the situation. And so you come back to apologize. Now, don't ask someone for an apology when it's not due. Because at that moment, it's not a tit for tat. If I apologize to you. Now, if we both said some harsh words to one another, then we can both apologize. But if I told you something and it's not what you want to hear and you got mad, why am I apologizing for being honest? And why would I apologize when my tone was very low, but the truth? Because let me tell you something. Sometimes they say the truth will either make a person explode or the truth will set you free. And when somebody explode over something that you said, like there had to be some truth in it. So I don't believe, and that's why I said, do not lose who you are. I'm not going to apologize for really just saying the truth. I'm not going to do that. Now, eager to maintain the unity of the spirit in the bond of peace. Unity and peace are central themes throughout the Bible, emphasizing the importance of harmonious and loving relationships within the body of Christ. As believers, we are called to actively pursue unity by being peacemakers, resolving conflicts, fostering the spirit of cooperation and solidarity. The unity of the Spirit is a gift from God that binds us together as one body, and our willingness to maintain this unity reflects the commitment to following Christ's example of love and reconciliation. And that's what it's about also, trying to resolve the conflicts. But like I said before, I truly believe that if everyone is yelling, you resolve nothing.
You
More
know,
nothing.
I agree, but see, I solve my conflicts in a different way.
Okay, sugar lips. I mean, sweet
No.
lips.
Oh, well, but sometimes it works. Look, and I ain't talking about smoking no boots. I'm just talking
Okay.
about I solve in a way where that once whatever happens, I always end it in a sweet way. I always end it with a hug. You know what I mean? And it's like, okay, that's just me. Because I don't want us to go to bed angry over something foolish. That I can't stand that. Especially when
Right.
you having a disagreement over something just so foolish and so small. And some people don't. They actually carry it on, and then you're sitting there in knots in bed, you ain't talking to each other, and then you realize like, oh, it's something that stupid. It's like I don't like doing that. That's not me. I don't like doing that.
And see, I'm the opposite. Now, if I'm mad about something and we just agree to just leave it alone, I'm already mad. So don't come wanting a hug and a kiss. Like, give me that time to just come back from 10 down to 0. When I'm mad and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, well, let me get a hug, let me get a kiss. It's like, I'm not Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. I just can't go from what are you saying to like, oh hell no.
Yeah.
That's too many emotions.
I agree, but ask yourself, when you mad, see that's the thing about it. Is it about something? Am I mad about something that's just serious, or am I mad about something that's just so small and it's not even worth staying mad?
And that's what I would be mad about. I would be mad about how you took something so small and blew it up.
Yeah.
When it should have never happened.
Right.
That right there, like, that's just me. When I'm just mad about something, just give me time to just reflect on what just happened. Because a lot of times, I will come and either apologize or I will come and say, you know what, we were just playing stupid right now. You know what I mean? But I can't go from to let's hug, because now I'm gonna look at you like this motherfucker crazy. No. I'm gonna start looking for bottles. I'm looking for something like this is crazy.
I ain't gonna front. I'm that way too. But when I'm really mad, I'm not gonna front. I either be quiet and I just keep looking, and it depends on what the situation is. I mean, if I'm really angry, before I walk away, I try to. If you stupid, but the word it'll come out my mouth, and the word will be, and you in a minute, and then I'll walk off like, and then if you still walking behind me,
see, I don't like that.
Yeah,
I don't like that because I'm trying to get away from that situation.
Right, I burst out more angry, like you start saying stuff like, I don't want to talk about it no more. That's done.
And
it's done.
That's when we start using words that we later regret.
Yeah, and it's like leave it alone.
And you should never push someone to that point where they're just trying to say, let's just let cooler heads prevail. You go here and I'll go here and give each other some time.
You're a woman. What is it about some women that when you do walk away, the first thing they say to you is like, oh, you get to say what you want to say. Now you want to walk away because this ain't going nowhere. I can see this is about to go. It's like I ain't got. And it's like now it got worse because You saying I'm walking away for a reason. It's just ain't going nowhere.
I
Oh,
don't, I don't,
it's like
I
nah,
don't
nah,
get
nah.
upset with those words. Let me tell you what would piss me off even more when I'm walking away and I'm just saying, okay, the conversation's over. Big Jerry hates when I say that because he'd be like, "You just gonna end the conversation?" Like, yeah, this conversation is over because it makes no sense. But now when I'm saying the conversation is over, and you walking away and you mumbling something out loud that should be under your breath, and now I'm sitting there like, "Oh, so you think I'm playing, huh?" And now, next thing I know, that is right there is what I've been praying for. I've been praying in. I've been asking the Holy Spirit, hold me here, hold me here. Because if I get up, this will continue. I've been praying. Let me tell you, after that, I'll be asking God for forgiveness. Like, Lord, I know that I said that I was gonna hold my tongue and I was gonna remain silent. But this fool right here think I'm playing with her. Don't put somebody to that
You
point.
are
Don't.
so true when you walk off and then you leave alone and they walk off mumbling and then you hear it. You
You
hear it.
here?
You can't help but you jump right on it. And I'm good for that too because I'll just sit there and be like, when
Yo,
you walk off mumbling, and the first thing that come on my mind, I'll be like, I was gonna let this go. And you like, what the heck you just say? And it's like, oh, here we go. It's like if you
right.
said nothing at all and mumbled it, I ain't hear it, we'd have been good. It's like, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. When you just be trying to have that cool off period, I'm telling you, I be like a witch on the broom. Shoo, let me go right in here and finish addressing this because obviously you did not want that to end. And then, but what I love about my husband, like I'm not saying I'm perfect, but let me tell you something. 9 times out of 10, he done start that argument, and 9 times out of 10, he have to come back and apologize once he go away and think. Or sometime I will just break it down because let me tell you something. And the reason why I'm saying that when everyone is yelling, no one hears exactly what each other is saying
That's true.
because sometimes when I'm yelling about something, and then he'll come back and say you said this that and I'm looking like when did I say that like nah see because that's not what I said. That's why I said when there's a lot of yelling no one can hear what the other one is saying and you're just taking bits and pieces and the pieces and bits that you're taking is all the negative stuff. You're taking all what I said and that's why like sometime. And I've really been working on this. Seems like I've been working on it for 35 years, but I've really been working on this, like not to do name calling. Because if I'm leaving you alone and you just keep on pushing, like I'm going to do, yeah, and and sometimes he just be looking too, like, who are you? And I be looking at myself too, like, who are you? Because I'm scared of you, but you and me. I have to look at myself like, or sometimes when I know that I'm wrong, I can look at myself and
Yeah.
say, shut up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Shut up. You trying to make a mountain out of a molehill. Like, girl, get somewhere and sit down.
That's true. That's true.
I
And
have to look at
I always
myself.
feel like no matter who you are and what you do, that's much respect when you know you was wrong and to apologize. Hey, I was wrong. Some
Yeah,
people just don't want to do it. Like, I was never
yeah.
wrong.
You have
No,
to
you was
you have to
wrong.
be
Apologize
able.
and say you was wrong. It's like, come on. That's it.
Let me see. Cassandra said you have to be mature enough to walk away and the other person too and come back later and talk about it again. That's true. She said you got to give the person some time and yourself to cool off, and that's true. Yeah, you have to, and that's what I said. I like some people they can get mad, and then it's like oh, let's get in the bed. Like, oh, nah, you were not right up on this tonight because
Oh,
if I'm
man.
mad, it's mad, and we all shut down together as one.
Wow. Nah.
That's the
See, you
unit.
messed
We all
up.
gonna shut down together. I
See,
just
sugar lips can't have that. If I,
I can't do that. I can't go
hey.
through that transition of I'm mad to oh I'm gonna open my legs. It's like
Man,
no,
look. Ain't
chocolate
nothing but,
smells.
I feel, depending on the situation, ain't nothing but a little anger. After a little anger calm down, ain't nothing but going over there and get something stirred up. That, hey,
We ain't stirring. We ain't stirring
it
that.
works sometimes. I'm telling you, that works sometimes, Joe. It works. And then y'all wind up just looking at each other like, yeah, that was so foolish. You know, it's like, yeah, yeah. It's like, hey, it works.
No, that's just not going to work. That's just not going to work. Just trying to say, if you still want to argue, you will be arguing with yourself with me. Right. Sometimes you just have to walk away and know that, you know what, this is not going anywhere. We will stop this. And I think when cool heads prevail, then that conversation needs to be spoken about the tone. And sometimes we tend to say things just to get back at somebody, and what we're saying is not even true, so I don't even know why. And I think a lot of times that will piss a person off even more when they say something and you know what they said is not true, and then suddenly you burst out laughing. I don't know why that heats people up when you're just in the middle of an argument and you say something and it's like, oh, what? And then now you're even mad. I'm like, no, I'm laughing because first of all, it's not even true. And second of all, you look real stupid saying it.
Right.
Because now you're coming to apologize for a false statement that you made. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, be mindful of the tone that you use. Be mindful of the words that come out of your mouth. Be mindful of the lies that you will tell to get under someone else's skin. But on top of all, you have to learn to forgive. But to me, don't keep doing the same thing over and over and over and asking for forgiveness, because now either you're a habitual liar or you're just a habitual shit starter. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and to me, that is the communication. We need to know how to communicate and communicate on love. We need to communicate with respect. You know what I mean? If
Yeah.
I come at you and it's something that, I think that you did, if I come and say, Melvin, let's talk, because I just felt like I could be wrong, and tell me if I'm wrong and then say it. You know
Right.
what I mean? So that gives a person the time to say, no, that's not what I meant. And if I said that and you took it that way, I'm sorry. And
I feel
everybody
that.
is still speaking in
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
nice, calm tone. Because
Yeah.
guess what? When you, if there's children in the house, they learn it right there. Anger
Yeah.
gets
Yeah.
attention. Anger
Yeah.
gets attention. Then they go out in the street and try that, and somebody's going to stop them, and then you're sitting here crying.
Yeah. You're right.
So we have to learn how to communicate without damaging one another.
I
We have
agree.
to learn to have patience with one another. We have to learn that we may look at each other like this person is perfect for me, but in the end, no one is perfect and everyone has their faults. If you say you don't have faults, then you're a liar and you're
Right.
only lying to yourself.
Right.
So, hey, again, guys, in God's promise for marriages, there is plenty that we can learn about ourselves, that we can learn about our mates, and there are changes. It's a 50-50. It is a give and take. It is a give and take. And if you truly intend on spending your life, the rest of your life with that person, then you have to bend.
That's right. Oh, that's
You,
right. That's
you
right.
have to bend. I
That's
don't care
right.
what it is. I don't care if it's in the bedroom. I don't care if it's cooking. I don't care if it's working. You have to bend because it's a give and take. It
That's
is
right.
a
Give
give
and
and
take.
take.
Yep.
Jesus. But guys,
What? I said yes, a give and take. I agree.
Because I'm said, yes, that's true. Yeah, yes, that's so true. Yeah, you just it's a 50-50 thing. And when it's all said and done,
And you got to do what you got to do to make each other happy. That's the
right.
main
If
thing.
you remain and if you try to remain um in a spiritual marriage, the Bible is always talking about love, kindness, being gentle, being humble, being merciful, being forgiving. If you remain in that spiritual realm and build your marriage on that foundation, then you're always going to go back to your teachings like, you know what, I love this person, and if she didn't make the first time, then you know what, we're going to go in and we're going to do this rice together. If the
No,
steak
we
was
ain't. I'm making
fried,
myself.
no, we're going to do right, but we're going to do it because sometimes if you just do it together, you know what I mean, it still forms that bond there.
Yeah,
And
you right
that's
about that.
what you
You right
want
about
to
that.
form. You want
And
to
you know,
form
yeah,
a bond.
it's like baking a cake together. You form
Yeah,
that bond before
yeah.
you know you put the cake in the oven, and then next thing you know, you in the other oven. You're right. You're right. Yeah,
I am auctioning off my brother at this here moment. Whoever wants him can have him. And again, you may have to bring him back because he belongs to someone else. It is Sledge, and that is my little brother, Sweet Lips, and peace and blessings to all. Yes, thank you for joining us, Marie. Thank you for joining, Cassandra. Thank you for the ones that's not commenting. Please put some like and love on the video. If you care to support the channel, you can send stars on to the point on Facebook. He first loved us on Facebook, and you can do super thanks on YouTube. But again, we will see you guys tomorrow, and we will continue on in God's promises. Tomorrow we will end this, okay? Because there's just one more page there. So tomorrow we will end this, and we will move on to the next part of God's promises for marriages. We thank you for joining us. Stay blessed. We're going to put an end to this 5-minute marriage, these little 6-month contracts. And it is Sledge, and it is Sweet Lips. And guess what? We are out of